This is the Catholic Center in Moshi, Tanzania.
Because one day I'll reach somewhere.
The goal of Talents Empowered is to empower people who demonstrate a desire to use their talents to serve those around them.
The name came from Matthew chapter 25, the parable of the talents, which Jesus is actually talking about the kingdom of heaven. For it will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted to them his property. We're all just managers of God's property, whether it be our homes, our vehicles, the earth itself. We manage the property for God. To one of his servants, he gave 5 talents. Now here Jesus is talking about money. The word talent means money in this verse. It just works for our name, that it also means in English a person's abilities or God-given abilities. To one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, to another 1, to each according to his ability. Then he went away. He who had received the 5 talents went at once and traded with them, and he made 5 talents more. He doubled it. So also he who had the 2 talents made 2 talents more. This one doubled it too. But he who had received the 1 talent went and dug in the ground and hid his master's money. He was afraid somebody was going to take it from him. Fear. Now, after a long time, the master of those servants came and settled accounts with him. And he who had received the 5 talents came forward, bringing 5 talents more, saying, Master, you delivered to me 5 talents. Here I've made 5 talents more. His master said to him, Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master. And he also, who had the 2 talents, came forward, saying, Master, you delivered to me 2 talents. Here I've made 2 talents more. His master said to him, Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master. So you see, whether he's given us 5 or 2, as long as we invest it, do something with it, build the kingdom of God, the same thing is said to us by our master in the end. He who had received the 1 talent came forward saying, Master, I knew you to be a hard man, reaping where you did not sow, and gathering where you scattered no seed. So I was afraid, and I went and hid your talent in the ground. Here you have what is yours. I saw on Facebook recently a post that said, everything you ever wanted is on the other side of fear. This man never got to the other side of fear. And the master answered him, You wicked and slothful servant. You knew that I reap where I have not sown and gather where I scattered no seed. Then you ought to have invested my money with the bankers, and at my coming I should have received what was my own with interest. So take the talent from him and give it to the one who has 10 talents. For to everyone who has will more be given, and he will have an abundance. But from the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away. And cast the worthless servant into the outer darkness. In that place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. God has given us each a certain amount. I don't know why in some parts of the world he's given more than in other parts. I don't understand that. All I know is that what He's given us, we're supposed to invest in the kingdom of God. We're supposed to multiply it. And that's what Talents Empowered is aimed to do. It's based on that parable. Whatever He's given us, we're to multiply it. And if we don't, we're considered wicked and slothful. It's each of our desires to know at the end that He'll say to us, "Well done, good and faithful servant."